they basically hired a dozen of KOLs in Philippines. So this was in Philippines. And in total, the engagement was over 1.5 million. It's very, very highly engaged. And the game obviously, so this was for desktop and mobile game. So the engagement was extremely high. Every time the live broadcaster would go on, they always had a minimum a couple of thousand viewers. Doesn't matter what time. You know, I remember one time they were playing at midnight, and they still had a couple of thousand viewers waiting for them to go on and play the game, so they could watch the game. So this leads on to esports. Esports becoming huge now. Some of the other channels we offer, and this is for Hong Kong only. I wouldn't recommend anybody, if you're just starting a potentially multi-geo, then online is definitely your first go-to place for ads. Because there's no way for you to track this. How are you gonna know how many taxis or views that you get to see by a taxi ad? It's hard to track. But on all the digital channels, all the major channels you can track, which is one of the major advantage about online digital marketing. So I'm not going to dive into the last 2-3 years in the apps marketing. So if you have an app, you should be aware of ASO. Why? Because it influences your ranking on the App Store. It influences your ratings on the App Store. And it influences if you can get a feature by Apple or Google Play or not. It's very important. So this is a platform and it will bring up your app. So it could be, actually we're connecting with Google Play, hopefully Facebook soon. So, and we will deploy your ads for you based on the budget you wish per download. So for example, right now it's all CPP or PPC, or when you click on, so if you place an ad on Facebook or Google Ads, it's the impressions that you get, the click that you pay for. But with this, you pay for installs. It's quite different. And you can set your own limit. So if you can only afford 10 cents, then you put down 10 cents. But we can't obviously guarantee you will have millions of downloads, because it highly depends on the target market and the quality of your product. But we can do this for you, and we don't charge anything for this. Right now, our marketing strategies for this platform or this product is to gain as much users as possible, as many users as possible, and just not charge anything for now. So that's a quite straightforward strategy. So it's actually a freemium. So we do have a premium version of this, but it's not public yet. So I'm not going to dive into it, but this part, the last 4 here, I'm not sure if anybody recognizes these. So AppsFlyer, Adjust, these are highly important tracking mechanism. It's basically a tool that anybody in the apps business would want to use. It's free, but what are their retention? Highly important. So it doesn't matter. Let's just say you have 1 million downloads today from an app, which was big back in 2015, 2016, 2017. It's not that important nowadays in terms of the metrics. Why? Because, let me ask you, how many of those users come back the next day? That's day 1 retention. How many of them come back day 7? How many of them come back day 30? Now that's hugely important nowadays in terms of the metrics, because if you have zero retention, your product is, you know, yeah, it has no value. So some of the clients we work with, some of the partners we work with, got acquired by John. I had limited resources. So literally 5 days, I think 5 days to 7 days before the trade show, I literally called up the trade show at Busan and I asked them one question. Do you guys give out any freebies, any gift that you're giving out? They say, no, we're not giving out anything. I'm like, okay. So an epiphany came, and I was thinking, all these people that are walking around, and all these people that are going to the trade show booths, collecting freebies, right? You're getting a lot of brochures, freebies, pens, right? Pens, a lot of them, calculators, toys. You have to have a bag to put them in, right? So I'm like, okay, I couldn't afford advertisement. I'm gonna get all the audience to advertise.